Emma.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. Yes, welcome one and all. It's been a couple of weeks there, Housey, but we're back. We're back to race. And the boys are keen. They're already out on track. Have a look at that. I am your host, See Me Skate. With me as always, my trusty steed, the man of the hour, the stat man himself, is Housey. How are you there, my friend? A couple of weeks. Welcome back, brother. Oh, Housey, I cannot hear you now. What happened to you? But he's disappeared. But anyway, we've got some action out on track. And of course, tabbed the first one to blink. There he is there, the Texaco Pot 1 driver. We've also got a big thank you to Blue Dog, a resub from him. That is 6 months in a row. Up the Blue Dog. Well done, son. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. Tabbed about to get himself underway there, Housey. And yeah, not too sure where you have disappeared to. If you're there, give us a bit of a shout out, Housey.
Yes, sorry. Good evening, everybody. Good morning, wherever you are in the world. Glad you can join us for this one, which is going to be an exciting race. The first time, certainly for me, I have witnessed or seen or commentated on a race here at Portugal. So looking forward to it.
Well, absolutely, mate. And I'll tell you what, it's the first time we've seen our boys, the Aussie boys, and of course, the European boys will follow suit here at Formula 4. Yes, absolutely excited. The graphics god is in the chat. Kaiserhoff is there as well. Hello, boys. Welcome, one and all. Currently, Bopton is the lead car. I tell you what, I reckon Tab's looking for a bit of a cheeky toe here, mate. And that corner there, Housey, that banked right-hander, that's going to catch a few people out. I mean, there is a bit of an art to taking that corner there, mate, as you're well aware. But this is the first time we're seeing our boys out there on track at this particular track, of course. We did not add the new Tracks 2 Season 2 calendar. Of course, this will be the full calendar, of course, with the 3 new tracks. Of course, I speak of none other than Portugal, Jeddah, and, oh, how can I forget the great one, Housey? Of course, Imola. And, well, these boys, I tell you what, they're all pumped up. They were having a bit of a... Well, Bopton gets himself underway. Excuse me, I did miss Milligane's lap. Milligane set a 1 minute 17.6, a 1 minute 18.4 from the Bopton. And, well, there you go. Bopton just getting out of the way of some cars. Tabbed will go again, of course. And, well, Brad Tate getting himself underway as well, but has invalidated Housey. Just going to flick through this list. But, yeah, looking forward to seeing what these boys can do out on this track. It is a great track to drive, mate. I'm a massive, massive, massive fan of it. And, well, it's like anything else, Housey. We say it all the bloody time, mate. You either love it or hate it. And, well, I tell you what, that banked corner has got some people on tenterhooks, so to speak, mate.
Yeah, it certainly has. I mean, it's, if you get it right, it's a beautiful flowing track, but get it wrong and it can be very frustrating, to be fair. There are a few points on the track which are tricky, to say the least, even more so for some of the guys that maybe not running traction control or ABS. Definitely a track where you definitely notice that.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
I'm looking forward to it, to be fair. I mean, I haven't done many laps around here myself personally, but I did cut a few.
Get stuck in, Housey. You've got to give it a go. Get right into it. It is absolutely brilliant. I'm a massive, like I said before, mate, I'm a huge fan. I think it's fantastic. The elevation change is phenomenal. And, well, like I said, it's all about the rear end here, mate. And, well, if the rear end's bolted, you should do okay. And, well, there you go. I'm not on about Kiwi. I'm not too sure what you mean there, Kaiser. Help, I've missed seeing that sweet... Oh, well, there you go. Nearly caught me out there, Kaiser Hoff, but very, very clever from you, mate. But there we go. Brad Tate out on track. That is Cat F1, folks. Very good, Kaiser. He's on the ball, is he, the well, the young fella, and, well, good to see him there as well. And, well, we look forward to seeing those boys, of course, a little bit later on, Housey, your time, 8 p.m. your time, GMT, that is, folks. And, well, the European boys will do battle at this track. Looking forward to seeing them tackle this one as Brad Tate gets himself registered with a 1 minute 18.1 as we'll just try to find out who is out there. We've got TieStar out there on track as well. I did miss Dirty Orange. We've got to say a big thank you to Dirty Orange and TieStar for answering the reserve call. Much appreciated, lads. Of course, Dirty Orange, I don't know if you remember once upon a time there, Housey, he did have an Orange Army following, and well, that is him. He's back. And well, he's just out there to have some fun, and good on him for answering the call. Great to see him out there on the grid. And of course, Ty-Star. We do know Ty-Star. He does reserve every opportunity he can get, this lad. And well, I'll tell you what, mate, he may be in a run for a full-time seat very, very soon. And well, there you go. So he's just getting himself nice and prepared. I've got two boys out there on outlaps, or three now, of course. I've got Mr. Fury Strat, we've got Bozza, and of course Ty-Star. Ty-Star furthest along. So we're going to stick with him, mate.
Yeah. Just trying to pick up who else is just beginning a lap. That hasn't set one yet. 9 drivers to have set a lap so far. Boys probably still just looking at their setups in the garage that haven't come out yet.
I would
Obviously,
say so, mate. Yeah.
You know, it is vital to try and get this one right. As you said, the rear end is very crucial here. That's what I was mentioning before on the traction side of it, with the traction control. Very difficult with the undulation of this track as well. Can really unsettle the rear end.
Yeah, most definitely.
Got to be patient. Got to be patient. That's what I find with this one.
Well, I mean, it's the general consensus, isn't that there, Housey? I mean, you can be aggressive at some parts of it, but I mean, for the majority of most tracks, I mean, patience is the key. And I tell you what, some of the lads would not become good doctors. Ba-boom, ching. No patience, Housey. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. But anyway, we move on. We move on there, mate. As well, Ty-Star looking nice and tidy. A little bit loose there in a couple of parts of this track, but so far, so good. The lad's doing a great job out there, of course. Just getting himself, well, getting his eye in there, Housey. And, yeah. I'm not too sure what that means, Xerxes. We don't talk in riddles and rhymes. Gav out. Gav out. What does that mean? What does that even mean?
I think that was in response to your joke. I think you mean you're fired.
Okay. Oh yeah, for the joke. Okay.
I think.
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, I put my hand up before it, well, pretty much as it left me mouth there. Good old Zerks, but well, not so much a young fella anymore, is he? So I had his birthday a few weeks ago there, he did, Housey. So another happy birthday to that lad, of course. We've got Jadoku in the chat. He made it here. Woohoo! He's in there. He's going to support the boys, and well, he is a reserve. And, well, welcome, one and all. Yes, yes, yes. Portugal currently watching 2-5, the Cadbury driver. And that is the Cadbury livery there, Housey. That is Team Xerxes. And Team Xerxes. And, well, 2-5 purpling that first sector, mate.
Yeah, Fury's on a lap further round. I think he's going to be the first. He's just coming through turn 15 now. He's setting a lap time any second. I've got him across the line. So Fury goes 5th at a 117.276. Good opening lap from Fury.
And 2-5's purple, the second sector as well there, mate. Excuse me. As we say a big hello to Energetics, one of the Dutchmen of the European lads. Hello, Energetics, and look forward to seeing you back out on track as well, mate. Has missed a couple, has the good old Energetics, but I think he is back this week. I'm not too sure, don't quote me on it, but it's been a little while since we've seen that lad. But here comes 2-5 with a 1 minute 16.9, Housey. Puts himself P2, not too shabby at all.
Yeah, good lap from 2-5 there, obviously. Been on a good run, to be fair, as 2-5. Good, solid, consistent run over the opening 6 rounds. Obviously had my memory stretching back. A little bit of a connection issue on one of the races.
Yes, yes.
A bit of hard luck on another, but the ones that he's actually been in his complete control, he's done very well. So impressive this season, is 2-5.
Well, how good's that? I'm just paying a bit of homage to the chat. Energetics, he's just decided to take the day off work tomorrow so he could be here. How good is that? Well done, Energetics. Love your commitment, mate. It's been a while, and it's good to see you back in the chat, of course. And I can't wait to, well, get our teeth stuck into this track with you European boys, of course. Darkness Abyss currently out there on track on a lap here, mate. He's got a little bit of traffic in front of him. He's got Suicide 5 in front of him, of course. But he should be okay. He's got this long run. He's probably going to get a good toe, so to speak here, mate. Yeah, let's just see how Darkness goes. Of course, you want to hug that inside line, and well, let's just see how he fares. It's not too bad. 117.5 P8 from Darkness as we'll flick down to Smakinda. Smakinda just can't get a lap together. He is invalidated. And the Banana Bender, a.k.a. Old Boy. If you're wondering who is Banana Bender, that is Old Boy. Recent change of name, and, well, he is a Queenslander. And, yes, the Banana Bender. He followed suit, of course. Once upon a time, Mr. Fury Strat's name was not Mr. Fury Strat. And, well, I'll tell you what, Housey, I'm loving the, the influence, so to speak, mate, that we give on these lads. And yes, Mr. Banana Bender is Old Boy. Let's just see how he goes in the pit lane. And yeah, put it in the pit lane. So
Blue Dog then.
It will be
Blue
blue.
Dog. Yep, just about to take the line now. Blue Dog goes 12 for the 118.005. So not bad opening lap.
Not too
Two
bad at
guys
all.
in the 16s. Just tabbed and Volts as well. Three
Volts
guys
as well.
in the 16s. Yep.
I tell you what, though, have a
And
look
we've
at
got
Tabs.
17.
I mean, he's out there on 3-lap old softs. I tell you what, mate, he's sitting at 116.5. If he's not thrown down in the challenge to the rest of the lads, I don't know what is. We've also got to say, well, our championship leader at the moment, P4 with a 1 minute 17.0. It is very, very close up the top there, Housey. Within 4/10 separate the top four at the moment, and those top four are sort of been there and thereabouts pretty much all season, of course. You did touch on 2-5, having some bad luck. But yeah, Bozza is there as well. And, well, Bozza got himself underway with a 17.2, but we are currently watching Smakinda. Smakinda has just, whoa, bit of a tank slapper from Smakinda. He did purple the second sector, though, Housey, and he just needs to set a valid lap here, mate. He really, really does. Of course, we do know the quality of this lad, and Bozza says, you know what, lads? I'm happy with that. I am retiring in the pit lane, and rightly so. He'll see us in Q2, but Smakinda with a 1 minute 17.2. Quite happy with that. And I dare say he's going to throw that one in the pit lane. Black Moon makes an entrance on track, how's I? And, well, I wonder if Blue Dog is going to go again. Is he? No, he's not. He's going to throw that one in the pit lane. So, well, there's still plenty of time, mate. 5 minutes remaining.
Yep. Just 3 guys yet to set a lap then. S5, Black Moon, and Mr. Banana Bender. They've got time. Smakinda retires in the pit lane. A few of the top guys now calling this session done and dusted for them. Retiring in the pit lane. Happy with their times. Oh, who have we got out there on track? We've got, I think that's an Old Spice. That's doing not a lot, actually, in the middle of the track. Who's that? Let's go on board with Banana Bender. Whoa! Banana Bender gets put off the track. Just here, between, what is that, between 5 and 6? 4 and 5? Yeah, there was a car retired on track. I hope that wasn't Smakinda.
Well, I'm not too sure, mate. I did miss that one myself, but yeah, you can check that one. You check that one out there, Housey, and do your magic. Of course, Smakinda does know the rules, but yes. Anyway, not too sure. We're not going to call it, but yeah, I'm only going off what you said. Not going to put
nothing into it.
Nothing in it, Housey says. Play on. So we will. It's very early. Well, coming towards the
on track.
coming towards the
I'm not
end.
sure what happened.
Coming towards the end of a Q1 session here, mate. 3.5 minutes remaining. And Black Moon getting himself underway here, mate. He's yet to set a time as the lad, which is very uncharacteristic from the Black Moon. Of course, he is he's an Englander living in Australia. Has been for quite some time. And, well, he's one of your lads there, Housey, as Xerxes has just joined in. He absolutely loves this track to the Xerx man. And he's looking forward to his race a little bit later on. No, we love you, Xerx. I mean, it's a great track. You've got to get stuck in, mate. And, well, let's just see how you fare a little bit later on there, mate. And, yeah.
Black Moon just struggling through that last sector.
Yeah, he certainly is,
struggling
mate.
with traction, struggling with a bit of understeer, which is the other thing with this track. Some of the corners really pushes the front end. Black Moon goes 16th then, a 118.282. He's got 2 minutes left. Has he got the fuel to go again?
Well, let's just check if the fuel. Well, the fuel light's not on. He can go. He can do a bit of a charge lap if he's got the fuel.
Charge, yeah,
and yeah, he certainly does. So we'll watch Banana Bender at the moment.
Yep, another tricky corner where he's just came through.
Oh, I thought he was going to go wide there, though. Housey, he managed it to keep it between those white lines, and that is super critical.
End.
It's a tricky corner, this one here too, mate.
Yeah,
it is a tricky corner, that one.
On the front end.
Yeah,
it is. You can get sucked into it and then end up so deep that you're almost paying to get back in. Let's see then.
And there he goes,
then.
P12. P12, as Suicide 5 has
Mistake.
jumped in the chat. Something is wrong with his settings. Oh, yeah, of course. He's got a different PlayStation, and, well, that might be it. He might have to tweak a couple of settings. He's been in the garage for quite some time. He's going to make an appearance now and see if he can get himself out of Q1 here, Housey. Black Moon, he's right on the cusp here, Housey, mate. And, well, he is doing a charge lap. He definitely is. The ERS is off, and he has the fuel. He's just turned his ERS on now, and away he goes. He's going to get himself underway. Chasey Dane and Blue Dog right on the cusp as well. Bopton is out there on a fresh set of softs as well. He's currently 2/10 up on his previous best at the end of the first sector, mate. So let's just see how he goes. If it's 2/10 at the moment, it puts him roughly around about that 12th position. So, well, at the moment, sitting 14th. And well, let's just see if Bopton can get himself out of this session. We'll stick with this lad because, well, the sleeping assassin has he been named from this point on, of course. And, well, I'll tell you what, Housey, do we explain ourselves to the viewers or do we just let it roll by? But,
yeah, come on. String him up. String him up. Why not?
Well, I mean, we'll let him complete his lap. Well, if he's listening, we'll let him complete his lap. We don't want to distract the lad too much. But here he comes. He's on the back straight now. He's got one more corner to negotiate. And there it is there. He wants to hug that inside line. And I think this is going to be better, Housey. He's got to get... Oh, let's just see. What's he done? To 117.4. Yeah, very good, Bopton. P9.
Very good lap. Very good lap from Bopton there. Blue Dog's... Oh, he's just invalidated. Blue Dog's done. Blue Dog right on the bubble here. And he is done. He's invalidated. Where's Chasey? Just gone across the line now.
Black Moon did purple that second sector, if we're to believe that graphic there, Housey. Well, I mean, it's putting a lot of faith in it. But let's just see how he goes, of course. With a 1 minute 18.282 at the moment. P17, he can go again if he's... No. Well, he's got 8% battery. No, but, yeah, Suicide 5 has invalidated, unfortunately.
Dirty Orange is done. Dirty Orange is done.
Yep. And Chasey Dane.
So, Johnny M4's in... Yeah, it's just Chasey.
It is Chasey's just Chasey. Yep.
Just Chasey.
Of course.
Slightly up on his time.
The Aussie admin, Housey. The Aussie admin. And, well, that is Old Spice Racing. He looks pretty comfortable through there. Let's just see how he fares. I know he wants to get himself out of Q1. But, yeah,
he needs to find like a 10th. Not a lot. Doesn't need to find a lot. You look at his time against Blue Dogs.
And
We're not talking a lot.
He's got a teammate in front of him. Who is that? Suicide 5. He's going to do him a solid. He's going to give him the toe down the back straight. What a champion. I tell you what, that's what it's all about. No, he's not. He's got out of his way. And Chasey's like, oh, well, thanks for that. Anyway, let's just see how he fares, of course. He just wants to do an extra 10th. Not even, Housey. He's just got to get himself out of this session. And he's done it. He's done it. P14. He's thrown Blue Dog in the drop zone. Chasey Dane survives with a 1 minute 17.7. And I tell you what, Housey, we have our drop zone, mate.
We do. We are going to be losing the Blue Dog, Black Moon, Dirty Orange, Johnny M4, and Mr. Suicide 5. So hard luck for those boys, but the race is long and points are awarded in the race. Ooh. Only 2 points for pole position.
Exactly right, Housey. And I should put the commands in the chat, of course. There you go. That is how we award the points. This is a brief rundown on the penalty system. Get that one there. Oh, if I spelt it right. There we go. There is our Twitter for all of you viewers who want to stay informed of what's happening in the league, of course. And I'll tell you what, drivers, I know some of the lads have already bought some stuff, but there is a merch store. And if you're interested, just have a bit of a squiz. And there it is there, folks. Just check it out. And
what? What? Sorry, hang on a minute. No, I'm not talking about what you're talking about. Johnny M4 was out on an out lap with a timer at zeros, and it's letting him do a lap.
Yeah, because he left and rejoined the session, remember?
Okay.
So if he doesn't make it before that countdown clock, he's got 40 seconds, mate. And I don't think he's going to make it. What time is he on? 27? He's not going to make it, so it's not going to count. So it's kind of irrelevant. We're going to watch him anyway, though, mate. And just staying on board with him, he's a little bit rubber bandy, so to speak, on the... Well, it will carry on. Exactly right there, Xerxes. But I feel sorry for... well, I'll tell you what, it doesn't really matter. It's only Q1. those boys who are out there on track at the moment, who survived by the skin of their teeth, Housey, you do not, I repeat, you do not want to do that in Q2, simply for the fact that if this ever happens again, of course it's a lovely game, but if this ever happens again, this will burn into your tyre life. Do I have to leave the session, Xerxes? Why would you have to leave the session, Suicide 5? Not to. I have to leave the session. I don't know what that means there, Suicide 5. But yeah. Time's down, and Johnny M4. Johnny M4 should leave the session. Oh, you're stuck in auto.
Ooh.
Yeah, might as well. Might as well, Suicide 5. Might as well.
Let Johnny M4 go again here.
How good's it? How good is it? I mean...
Yeah, my countdown clock is stuck with 1 second.
So is mine, my friend. Yeah. It is Johnny M4 that's the problem. And Johnny M4, if you're listening, leave the lobby. Yes, 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 yes. Of course, but if he leaves the lobby, though, Zerx, it will fix itself. So, anyway, we'll push on. And, of course, Blue Dog out there, he's just putting around on those softs, of course. You've got to throw them in the bin after this session. Also, who else is out there? Johnny M4, Suicide 5 in the garage. So, Chasey Dane, of course, they're going to be Cactus, those softs. They're going in the bin as well. And who else is out there? Crazy Kiwi. So, these boys, I tell you what, if this happens in a Q2, this is going to muck up their tyre life. And, yeah, there you go. Hey, there we go. And we've got progress. Xerxes, we've got progress. Look out, stop the presses. And, well, let's just wait for this screen to roll over. And here we go. Tabbed. Wow, what a time from Tab, but not too shabby from 2-5. Almost level pegging. 1 and a bit tense there from Tabbed, of course. Only a Q1 session. Rip the Beans, our champ leader in P3 and Voltsy Boy in P4. Let's flick down to our drop zone, of course. Excuse me, we lost Blue Dog, Black Moon, Dirty Orange, Suicide 5, and Johnny M4.
Right, I'm glad your screen's gone over because mine's not. I'm still on track.
You're still on track?
Yep.
How good is it? How good is
it?
Johnny M4 has left the session, and yeah. Be patient, I suppose. One of those things. Johnny has to retire. Yeah, Johnny just left the session. So it should fix itself, my friend. It's waiting and waiting patiently. Are you watching Johnny M4 still, Housey?
I am watching Tabbed, but there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars out there. Let me have a look, see if Johnny M4 is one of them. Yeah, Johnny M4 is one of them.
Well, on my screen, M4. He just left and rejoined, so that's what come up on my screen. But hang on a minute, that should go through now. Hang on a minute, we're just getting word from the boys. We're just getting word from the boys any moment now. And yeah, I think it should fix itself. How good is this game? I tell you what, EA, you better do a better job than this rubbish. Oh, I've had enough. I've had enough. It's a deterrent and a half. But anyway, let's go.
My screen's going as well now, so we should hopefully be good.
We should. We've got the championship tables up there for all of you lovely people at home to have a bit of a look at. And of course, that is how we do it here at Formula 4. Didn't want to be stuck on that screen there, so just waiting. As soon as we go back to on-track actions, we'll flick back to live action, of course. But there you go. That is the calendar, as you can well see. We are at Portugal. I tell you what, we've got a few cracking rounds coming up. If you ask me, there ain't a bad track from this point on. There you go. So Rip the Beans comfortably on top. 102 versus Bozza, 80 points. And, well, there you go. I tell you what, Beansy's had a cracking start. So, how's it looking out there, Housey? How's it looking?
Yep, this is open just on the race director screen. My end here, still waiting for it to transfer over to Q2.
Black Moon, press X. I don't know, mate. I don't know. How good's the game? Don't know. But if we do a lobby restart, the boys are going to suffer because it'll be a 20-minute quali. I'm not doing this again. No chance. Come on, Black Moon. Apparently it is him. Just checking the Discord as we speak. And Black Moon, hurry up and tap X. Everyone's on Black Moon. Black Moon, tap X, Black Moon. And waiting on that lad, apparently. So he's the one that's spinning. Either leave the lobby, Black Moon, or press X and get this one underway.
Well, here we are. We should be getting used to this by now, really. We should. But it never fails, does it? It never fails.
It really doesn't, mate. It really doesn't. And the boys that
we get pumped up.
well, I mean, it's sensational, man. Sensational. So even Chazy's on the Chazy's on the call. Oh, there we go. Oh my God, I've just DM'd him. He's just realised what he's done. He's coming, boys. Hold your jets. Pull your jets and hurry up. Black Moon. Bloody Poms. I don't know. Jesus.
We're good at one thing, or two things actually: drinking lager and being louts.
If you call it lager, I don't know what you call it these days, mate.
Well, I'll just call it the evil sin. But you know, yeah, we're good at that. We're good at causing ruckus and trouble over nothing. But
well, he said that he's just done it. He's just done it. We don't need to restart. Moon he's done X. Now the lobby is stuffed. Thank you, Black Moon. You're a legend, mate. Anyway, we're going to have to do a bit of a reset, folks. We do apologise.
Are we?
Yeah.
It's not going to play.
It's not going to play ball. We'll be back very, very shortly. And send your complaints to Black Moon.
So yes, we'll get to the. This is the first interval of the night.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. We're going to go on a brief pause, folks. We'll be back in a minute. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we do apologise for that.
No.
And these boys had the luxury of a very dry Q1. Codemasters done them a solid. We had to do a lobby reset. We have now chosen to do a short quali, and it is absolutely flogging down. We're just waiting for the boys to load in, Housey. The whole grid is there. Milligains, something came up, so he's had to disappear, but Fiery Barbarian has answered the call. It is a short quali, folks. Excuse me. It is a short quali. So there you go. There you go. Housey. Now.
Yes, man.
Look at that weather. Look at that.
Oh, that's harsh.
Well, I mean, send your complaints to www.codemasters.com and I promise you they will not get back to you. But yes, Curly is in the chat. How are you, Curly? Good to see you, son. And I hope all is well. Suicide 5, well, he put it in expert in the main menu and hopefully it fixes itself. Well, I wonder what this weather is doing. These boys will probably not be happy regarding the quali weather. Let's just see if the race is dry as well. We weren't privy to what the weather was going to be doing, folks. So, well, there you go. My alerts are not working. No, they don't work on a pause screen there, Curly. They certainly don't. But yes, they are working, mate. They are working. You haven't done anything to alert, so... yeah, not too sure. See, we'll just redo Blue Dogs 1, and there you go. There is Blue Dogs, resubscribe, tier 1, and they do work. So there you go. Here you go.
Here we go, Dan. We've got movement. We've got Beansy first out there to hit the track. And this is going to be a game changer, this weather. It really is. I mean, in all honesty, I'm going to hold my hands up. I haven't done much laps in the dry around here at all. Have no need to these days, but haven't done any round here in the wet, and it's tricky enough on the traction and braking, as I said earlier, with no traction control and ABS in the dry. So the wet, that's going to make a whole bigger challenge for these guys.
It certainly is, Housey. It really is.
To our excitement. It does add to our excitement as the viewers.
It certainly does.
We're in for a treat, but the drivers are going to be a little bit miffed, I think, about this one. Let's just hope that the race is dry for them. As you said, though, we had no weather indication before, so not much we could do about it. We just have to go with dynamic settings and pays your money, takes your choice, get what you get, I'm afraid. But it'll be interesting at least. So everybody mainly out there now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 still in the box, but this is going to be a matter of just getting some laps under your belt, fuel the car up,
and away you go. Exactly right.
Yeah, just pound round 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Get fuel in the car. That's what I would personally be doing.
Well, I mean, any sort of wet session, mate, that is the way to go about it, mate. You just put the fuel in the car, and the more times you go around, the better you get. I mean, you find where that grip is. You just get more and more confident with that accelerator pedal, of course. And, well, I mean, it is tenterhooks under that right foot, of course, in conditions like this, Housey. But these boys know what they've got to do out there. And, well, Beansy, the first one to blink, of course. And our championship leader. Of course, you're going to see this track light up. Purple, Housey. First one out there on track. So far, so good from the champ leader. He's doing a stellar job this season. And, well, bit of a hard reset for all boys involved. We do apologise, folks. We cannot stress that enough. We were code-mastered. And, well, there you go. We've done a lobby reset. It is now a short quali. And, of course, a full 50% race. But, yes, the weather has changed. And for those people who were there involved in Q1, it was a very, very dry Q1, Housey. At the moment, it is flogging down. It is into time. And, well, this is all about the confidence in the car. And I dare say these lap times are going to keep tumbling and tumbling. Yes, Curly, once the lobby reset, I don't know, mate. I don't know, Curly. I can't give you answers, mate. I can't give you answers. Your name hasn't even come up on my mini feed to say that you have hosted. So I don't know what's happening there, my friend. But anyway, we will push on because Rip the Beans is about to get himself underway with a 1 minute 26.5 there, Housey. And that is him registered on the board. Bozza is next, of course. That is Old Spice Racing. And here comes the Bozman with a 1 minute 26.1 and puts himself P1. Ooh, there he is.
Chasey next, just about to take the line. Sorry. And one of the reserves. Missed who it is. A few boys coming in thick and fast here. We've got Cadbury's. 2-5 about to take the line. 2-5 then. Goes top, 25-7.
Well, Darkness Abyss has invalidated, unfortunately, there, mate. We'll flick to Bopton because the Bopton will be next. I'll tell you what, those cars look magnificent coming over that top of the hill. And let's just see what Bopton does. Of course, this is his first run. It's a 26.5. Not too bad at all. So, well, Crazy Kiwi, I do know prior to this run going ahead, was praying for a wet session. Not too sure what's happening in the race, of course, Housey, as we're well aware. Suicide 5 will be next. Looks like his settings are all fixed up here, Housey. And he's going to give us a time of 1 minute 27.3. And, well, these boys all will go again.
But Brad Tay's not on a really decent lap. Tie start, then reserve about to take the line. Does a 44.4. P11. One of the Cat boys next. If they're on a lap, it's Rip the Beans. He's 6/10 up. So Beans going again on the second lap.
There you go, Wayne. He's purpled that last sector, Housey. It will be Bosner's invalidated, unfortunately. Who is next?
Chasey. He's a 2/10 up, is Chasey. I think, let me find out who's behind him. Then it's Fury. So Chasey, then Fury.
Mate. These are going to come in thick and fast here, Housey. We're going to have to be on our toes because here comes Fury with his first lap of a 1 minute 26.3.
Dirty Orange is going well. Yeah. Oh, he doesn't improve in place, though. He was 9/10 up, was Dirty Orange. Stays 10th.
Fiery Barbarian. Yeah, he invalidated. So this will be a green lap for him. Darkness Abyss.
2-5 Boxing.
Darkness Abyss dropped in, well, 2-5 dropped in the pit lane, I do believe there, mate. But yeah, Darkness Abyss goes a 1 minute 26.5. We've got Tabbed out there on track. He's invalidated, has the young fella, and he's done it right at the end too, so he's going to have to go around again. Oh no, from Tabbed.
Gave Volts a good toe down that straight.
Oh, probably not intentionally. Probably not intentionally, of course. They are championship rivals, folks. And
S5 improves. One spot, I think, S5 there.
Brad Tate will be next. Well, there you go. His last lap wasn't representative, but he sets a 1 minute 28.0. Tie Star with a 27.3. And what is Tab doing? Well, Tab's just got to get back around and we'll set another lap. Fiery Barbarian, welcome back to the grid there, son. Yes, Fiery Barbarian. Well, this boy is from Vietnam and, well, let's just hope his internet holds out. We've done our best behind the background to fix it. His download speeds are pretty good, folks. It is the ping because, of course, he's a Vietnam lad. And, well, there he is there, Mr. Fiery Barbarian. And, well, that reserve livery there, folks, looks absolutely stunning, doesn't it, Housey?
Oh, I do love it, to be fair, yeah.
Way better than last year's. Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Very affectionate for this fella. It is, honestly.
So there you go, Fiery Barbarian, P9 with a 1 minute 26.6. As we'll flick down to the young fella Tabbed. Let's just see what he does. I reckon he's going to put this one in the pit lane quite possibly, mate, and put a fresh set of inters on. Who is next out there on track? Where's Banana Bender? Still sitting in the garage. So this track's not going to rubber in, folks. And, well, I'm a big, big believer in confidence in the car. And, yeah, these boys sitting in the garage. Of course, yes, there's 10 minutes remaining. But, yeah. Don't want to leave it too late.
Going a bit quicker here. He's currently 10th. Can he improve? He does. Look, goes up to P4 behind his cousin. So good lap from Suicide 5 then. Welcome back.
Yes, of course.
Suicide.
Welcome back. Yes, we did miss Singapore, of course. And, well, yeah, well, probably 1-2 miss, so to speak, mate. But anyway, he's back. He's back with a bang, and he's looking forward to this Grand Prix. Who is that? That is Tie Star. Tie Star's going to have another crack.
Beans improved, but it wasn't quite enough to take it from Volts. So still improving. Obviously, are these guys going to be, as we've said earlier, last laps are going to be the ones that are really counting. Fury's on a quicker one here. 4/10 up.
Oh, Oh, stop
Jumps
the
Boz up. Goes in
presses!
perfect position.
Stop the presses! Stop the presses! Oh, my old co-commentator, Mr. Mad G there, how's I, has just subscribed 3 months in a row. Good to see you, Mad G. And holy moly, he's here. He's here with a bang. And, well, I do hope you're well, G-Man. But here comes the young fella tabbed. The Texaco Pot 1 driver sets a 24-6. Mate, this guy means business. This boy means business. And he's put himself
We've
on
seen
top
it.
of the tree with a 1 minute
Last.
24.6. Johnny M4 has invalidated. And is that Chasey in front of him? It certainly is. And he sets a 1 minute 26.8. Energetics, what have you missed? Well, you missed We Were Codemasters, my friend. It has now become a short quali. And, of course, a 50%er. But, yes, it is now a short quali. Johnny M4 out there on track. Yet to set a time. Same with Banana Bender. And, well, there you go. So the alerts are working there, Curly. Don't know what you're on about. I don't think you did host. But, yeah. Well, we want dry. We want dry. Well, I mean, I can't control that, mate. Send your complaints to Codemasters there, my friend, and I'm sure they'll do everything they can to help you. Oh, as Johnny M4 with a massive tank slapper coming out of that hairpin left-hander there, Housey. And this is where the back of the car is super, super critical, especially in conditions like this. You want to stay away from that apex. And, well, he's gone a little bit close. You tend to get too close to that one there. And, well, around goes that back end there, my friend. But let's just see how Johnny M4... There you go, Housey, the commentary box. The beautiful commentary box does it to you every time. Bit of a tongue twister, but let's just see how Johnny M4 fares. Of course, this lad does have some pace when he gets, well, when he gets it all together, he's actually quite good. But, well, he's got some real-life commitments. He's just been pretty busy of late and hasn't really had the time to sweat it out like what most do. But he will be back, I assure you. He will be back. But, yes, Mad G, he raced there last week and won. You certainly did. I forgot to get back to you too. But yes, you certainly did, G-Man. And Johnny M4 with a 1 minute 28.1, P17. P17, Housey. Is that Banana Bender? He's made an appearance. He's out there on track. We're going to stick with this lad. Yet to set a time, Housey. And, well, still plenty of time remaining on that clock. 7 and a bit minutes remaining. So it's not panic stations yet, but as we did touch on before, mate, the more you pot around here in conditions like this, the better you will be. Tyre Life is probably, oh boy, Banana Bender's gone very wide. And the game
was just on the edge.
I tell you what, the game's just gone. Oh, you can have that one, mate. We'll feel sorry for you in conditions like these. But the game said you can have it. Play on. And yes, purpled that second sector. So Banana Bender coming around the second to last and last corners now. And let's just see how he fares here, Housey. It is old boy. Energetics, it is old boy, mate. It certainly is. And, well, there you go. Banana Bender sets a 1 minute 26.3. I'm going to miss a couple of laps here. Dirty Orange, oh, he's invalidated as a lad. And the Bopton has invalidated as well. Holy moly, what is going on out there? Johnny M4 has done the same thing. So we'll go up to Fiery Barbarian, and he's done the same thing as well. So,
done the same.
Yes, I think we've come to that point.
It is tricky, even in the dry with track limits. There is a few corners where it really is nip and tuck with the track limits.
Energetic wants. Well, I mean, he's looking for a sponsorship. Is Energetics? He wants a Subway. He just got an ad on the stream, of course, and well, that was the ad he got. So he's getting a bit hungry. Is the old Energetics? But yes, 2-5. Currently P2 at the moment. Housey. He is in sector number 2, roughly about the middle point of it. And this is that part. I mean, I love this part of the track. I think it's phenomenal. And well, let's just see how hooked up this fella is. We're not too sure what this weather is going to be doing in the race conditions, of course, folks. We are very, very unsure, but wonder if one of the drivers can give us a bit of a squeeze, give us a bit of a leg up and let us know what's happening in the race regarding the weather, of course. But, well, I'm Lucifer. Energetics. Oh, you never cease to amaze me, mate. But here comes 2-5. Can he improve, Housey? Can he improve? That is the million. Well, he's going in the pit lane. The fuel light is screaming. And Mr.
Fury, Fury's going in as
done
well.
The same thing. So these boys are running out of fuel. And they're going to probably, well, put a fresh set.
He's going to take the line. Here. I don't know whether he's going to improve. He's a 10th quicker. Yeah, improves on time, but not in place. So who else have we got? Johnny M4's invalidated. Got one of the old spices. Bozza, he's on an outlet.
Thank you, Barbarian. Dry race, Housey. Dry race. So I reckon these boys have got dry setups on, so to speak. And, Well, there you go, Blue Dog. I pay $30 Aussie for no ads. Blue Dog. I mean, that's Blue Dog saying. He says that everywhere he goes. I mean, the ad blocker. He's a preacher of the ad blocker. I reckon he's got shares in it. As Dirty Orange has lost the back end and he's kept it out of the wall, so that's okay. It's okay. Well, not okay. Well, he's lost the car, but the car is okay. No damage. No damage. So
He'll get disqualified if he doesn't move. Yeah. Well weighted there from Dirty Orange. Must have been sweating that one out, because obviously if you do sit idle for too long, even if you're doing the right thing by staying out the way, Codemasters will just say, no son, see you later.
Well, even if you make a bit of a boo-boo on track, and you tend to get out of the way, some people get right out of the way and, well, dirty their tyres, so to speak, and, well, the game, oh, we'll slap you with a 10-second as Bozza. Well, Bozza's very, very loose at the top of the hill there, Housey, and, well, that has just hampered that lap. Suicide 5 on an outlap, so these boys are running dry setups here, Housey. You can tell how loose they are, of course. It is a dry race, just a wet quali. And, well, let's just see how they fare. Darkness Abyss has invalidated. Is it Volts? No, it's not Volts.
Volts is on a lap. He's just coming into Sector 2 now. I think the guys ahead of him are all invalidated or on outlaps. I think Volts is up slightly. I don't think it's going to be enough to trouble Tabbed unless he has a crack in Sector 3.
Well, we'll stick with Volts. He's up by, well, just over nearly 0.2 of a second here, Housey. And let's just see how he goes, of course. He's got to make up a monumental time if he wants to, well, grab that pole position at the moment. Roughly 0.8 behind the young fella Tabbed, who is meaning business. He's put his racing helmet on, has the young fella, and he's put it on top. He's come back out on track for a bit of another crack at it. So here comes Voltsy boy. Let's just see what he can do. This should be a bit better, is it? Oh, just 1 minute 25.088 P2.
Beans is on a lap, just coming in out the final corner now, turn 15. Didn't catch whether he's up or not. I would imagine he was.
Oh, Beansy, our championship leader, P2 with a 24.9. Still a little bit off the young fella who's made it back out on track there, Housey. 2-5. He's going to get himself underway again here, mate. He's just about to start his final couple of runs. And, well, let's just see how he goes. Mr. Fury Strat, not too far behind him. And Darkness Abyss has invalidated this run. Who is furthest along? I think Banana Bender coming. Oh, he's invalidated as well.
Tie Star.
Thank you, mate.
The reserve. Just about to take the line now. And then it's Kiwi's invalidated. His teammate and 4's on an outlap, so I think it'd be Tabbed after that. No, it's Bopton. A lot of invalidated laps here. It'll be Bozza after that, so Bozza, I believe.
Well, I mean, it is tricky conditions. How's he dry setups?
It's dried up. It's drying
up
a bit now.
Bozza! Oh, Bozza, well held there, mate. That could have ended in tears. But well done, mate. Unfortunately, I mean, it's the same for everybody, unfortunately, Boz. Mr. Banana Bender, there he is there in the second sector. Let's just see how he fares. Everyone's sort of tentative hooks around that banked corner. But there you go. Old boy managing and navigating that pretty well there, Housey. Brad Tay has invalidated Black Moon. There he is there. He's coming around the last couple of corners, mate. We'll flick up to Tabbed, is he? But no, he's invalidated.
No,
so
he's
stay with Black Moon. Black Moon nearly 0.6 of a second up on his previous best, Housey. So let's just see what he does. A 26.5 P14.
Yeah, Fury set another lap, but he was down. One of the cats going to pick it up quick enough. It's Brad Tays invalidated. So, yeah, really, these conditions showing how tricky this track is. Keep inside the white lines. A lot of invalidations here. But again, as I said earlier, I mean, generally, people practice. They tend to just practice in the dry. Don't tend to drive in the wet. So maybe some of these boys never experiencing this track in the wet. Obviously, it was a bit of a one-hit wonder, this track. I don't believe it's on the calendar again for the real life this season. So just a bit of a COVID track.
Which is a shame, really, because it did bring great racing, I thought. I mean, it's
still on the MotoGP calendar, so
I mean,
the bikes are good. They're good round here, though. It's a good track for the bikes, to be fair.
Yeah, it really is. Whoa, who was that? That was Suicide 5, P5 from Suicide 5 with a 25.5. Well, there's a lot of fives in Suicide 5. You'd be happy with that. Welcome back, son.
Darkness.
Oh, Darkness Abyss, yes.
Yep, Darkness is just about to take the line. He was up on his time. Yep, goes better, and that's the checkered flag as well.
It certainly is.
25.6 for Darkness.
Well, Fury's level pegging with his previous best. He's 600s up on, well, that last time at the second sector there, House. Is he going to beat it? Is he going to beat it? Oh, 210s, puts himself P5. Great job, Fury. Great job, Fury. 2.5 on the front row with a 24.9. Brad Tay will be next. He sets a 26.4. Behind him, I have just missed. That must have been Chazy.
It was Chazy. I think it was Chazy.
A 26.2 from that lad. And Johnny M4 has invalidated. Oh, there you go. He's just lost a bit of front wing as well. Crazy Kiwi invalidated. Bopton invalidated. Fiery Barbarian has just purpled the second sector. And let's just see how he goes, mate. Not too shabby at all with a 1 minute 25.9 as we welcome a new follower, Jojo Mum. That's a name and a half. Your follower number 237. Welcome to the stream. This is Formula 4 Racing. This is the Aussie division. We are at Portugal, round 6, as Fiery Barbarian puts himself in P5 with a 1 minute 25.0, Housey. And that is qualifying done, folks.
Yep, we got there.
We got there.
In the end, it's a bit of a rhetorical line that we seem to say that most weeks, but we have got there. We've persisted. We have got there.
We certainly did, mate. As we've got another one. Well, Mike the Lemon 886. I tell you what, I reckon these boys, they've got to be Aussie boys. Aussies are renowned for good names, mate, and I reckon they're Aussie boys. But welcome one and all to Formula 4 Racing. Yes, if you're new, of course, we run the multiplayer livery. It's based on a pot system is what the boys do. And yes, they all based on pace. Pot 1, 2, 3, 4, of course. And there are 5 drivers in each pot. Every team gets a pick, random draw from each pot, which create the 5 teams. There is a European division as well. And, well, the European counterparts follow the same teams. When we get on track and we'll do a formation lap, I'll run them through run them through in detail. Tabbed P1, what a lap from that lad in conditions like this. 2.5 on the front row. Rip the Beans, our championship leader. P3 and Voltsy Boy, P4. Great showing from Fiery and Mr. Fury Strat. I tell you what, welcome back, Suicide 5. And Darkness Abyss with a bit of a flag change. Yes, well, there you go. He's cheeky, he's Darkness Abyss. He's very, very cheeky. As Blue Dog did not set a time, which is very, very unusual, because he absolutely loves the wet. And Smakinda was disqualified from the session for some reason there, Housey. I completely missed that one. So, yes.
Well, that might have been something like I'd suggested earlier of trying to get out of the way of people or staying idle for too long.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Trying to do the right thing, perhaps. It's very hard to get yourself disqualified from a session any other way unless you maybe fall asleep.
Well, a big shout out to you, the sleeping assassin, aka Bopton, one of the Kiwis of the bunch. And yes, well, I didn't get to touch on it because the first lobby glitched. But we were in the process of explaining that, and I do apologise. Well, not really, Bopton. It's your own fault. Was it Hungary, wasn't it, there, Housey? I think it was Hungary.
Yeah, it was first round. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the poor lad's been working heaps, and, well, he got knocked out of a Q1 session, and that was plenty of time for him just to sit back and relax. And, well, guess what, folks? The formation lap happened. The car did not move from the grid, and he fell asleep. So from that point on, he was the sleeping assassin. And, well, if you're listening, Bopton, we love you, mate. We absolutely love you. You're a good sport. As, well, there you go. For all of you newcomers out there, we're going to go through this running order, Housey. And there is Tabbed. That is Texaco Racing. The boys design the team, name, colours, livery, absolutely everything. And that is Texaco Racing. That is fetching under lights, folks. We've got 2.5. That is Cadbury Racing. And, well, that is 2.5. That is Cadbury Racing. That is Rip the Beans, our championship leader, Cat F1, doing a stellar job is Rip the Beans. And Voltsy Boy, Rothman's Racing. And, well, this guy's doing a great, well, he's had a great season. Just a bit of connectivity issues, but I'm sure he will sort that one out. Fiery Barbarian is in the reserve livery. Yes, the reserves have their own livery, and that is it. They have choice of their own sponsors, of course. They can put whatever they want on the car, but that is the livery. Mr. Fury Strat, of course, Cat F1. Suicide 5. Well, there he is there, Mr. Altitude. That is Old Spice Racing, folks. That is the livery there. Bopton is Texaco. We've got Bozza there in Old Spice as well, with Chasey Dane and Mr. Banana Bender, the Rothmans driver, of course. The Cat F1 of Brad Tay in P14 there, Housey. And Johnny M4, as we do know, that is Rothmans Racing. Dirty Orange, welcome back to the grid, son, in reserve capacity. But yes, that is the reserve. And of course, Black Moon. Well, Black Moon with the, the gold tyres on that Cavalry livery looks pretty good. In P17 is Mr. Black Moon. TieStar P18. And, bit of a tricky quali session. And, Blue Dog did not go out and set a time. Not too sure why. But there he is there in the Cat F1. And Smakinda rounds out the grid in P20, which is very unusual to see him there.
Bozza going on the softs here, along with Johnny M4, Dirty Orange, and Smakinda from the back. Everybody else on the mediums. There's no hard tyre fitted to anybody's car, so basically it's 16 on the mediums and 4 on the soft. So Bozza should be getting a good start here from 11th, so keep your eyes on him. Smakinda from the back as well on the softs, could be interesting.
Well, there's
that's the last car.
Mad G and Energetics are catching up on old times. It's good to see. I mean, it's just Energetics and Mad G having a good old chat amongst themselves as we're about to go racing here, folks. As we wait for the boys to load in. Here we go, Housey. It's going to happen. We've got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights. We have 5 lights. And we're going here at Portugal. Oh, was that a jump start? Was that a jump start from Fury? I think it was. I think it was. And Fiery Barbarian. I don't know what happened there. But I think he got a bit of a jump as well. Oh, bit of argy-bargy. What's going on?
We got a Rothmans, 2 Cadburys at the back. Oh, 2 Cadburys hitting each other. Oh my God, that was crazy. Smakinda with a great start.
Oh, we've got full course yellow, virtual safety car, and let's have a bit of a look at this replay, Housey. Not too sure what happened with it, but we're going to see it anyway. There's the starting sequence, and it looked like Fiery jumped. Well, look at Fiery get a great start. I'm not too sure if he jumped or not, but there you go. A bit of a touch there from, Fury, and who was that? Rothmans Racing. And then I missed what happened towards the back there, Housey. But we'll go back to live pictures now.
Kiwi with that front wing. So Kiwi was the Rothmans involved. There was 2 Cadburys involved. One hitting the other one, only trying to get out of the way, or trying to get out of the way of the carnage on track. One of the Cadburys went off track.
There you go. Yes, it is Fiery Barbarian and Mr. Fury Straight. I do apologise to cut you off there, Housey, but they have both got drive-through penalties, and they cannot serve them they have to serve them within 3 laps of going green, or they will be disqualified. That is the rules, and they've gone green. So Fiery Barbarian has 3 laps. Fury has 3 laps, and I reckon whoever jumped first, and I dare say it was Fiery, caught Fury off guard. And there you go. Fiery's going to serve it now, which releases Tabbed, and he takes the lead of this Grand Prix.
So Black Moon and oh my God, he's trying to get in the pits and he can't get there. Oh, that was crazy at the back. So Black Moon in, Crazy Kiwi should be in as well at the back. Oh, Dirty Orange gets a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. How the hell do you do that there?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. And then he gets a 5-second for speeding in the pit lane. Oh, it's gone from bad to worse. That is a 15-second hit. I'm not too sure if that's the game. But if that is the game, just send your footage in there, Dirty Orange, and we'll sort it out for you, mate. Bozza is in P5 and Suicide 5 right up his clacker there, Housey. Yeah. And Bozza made the most of that tyre choice, mate. Soft. Well, I'll tell you what, that's soft. He's trying to get the perch. Yeah, absolutely brilliant from him. Of course, the medium is the race tyre of choice, and they will come into their own, of course, as they get quicker and quicker towards the end of the Grand Prix with the soft compound on. But we are seeing a change of position, and that is Smakinda up into 10th. He's got by his teammate in Chasey Dane, and I'm not too sure if that was team orders there, mate. But
No. He looked like it was a genuine move. I just caught the end of it. Obviously, Smakinda on the softs. Up 10 positions. He started dead last, so absolutely phenomenal start from Smakinda, as I did suggest that might happen. So watch his progress. Tab sets the fastest lap time then of a 1:19.511.
But I tell you what, what's super critical at this track, Housey, is that You want to be hanging on to that DRS, mate. You really want it. And look at Falsey Boy. Look at Falsey Boy. He's hunting tabbed, and he knows that he has to hang on to that 1 second. DRS will be enabled next lap. And while Volsey's cooking his ERS, he's only got 12% left there, Housey. We're only on lap 3. What's he doing? 2-5 has dropped down from P2 to P4. The championship leader's gone up to P3. Great stuff from him. And well, I don't think he's changed, but 2-5 dropped a couple. Volts went up a couple, and that's where you have that story. Bozza is hanging on to the DRS off 2-5. It's going to be a bit of a DRS train here, Housey, as Johnny M4 gets 3 seconds for his time, for his efforts, as we'll go back down to Johnny M4. See what he's looking at.
Yeah, Darkness just made a move on TieStar to gain a position, so Darkness has found a position there on that lap. Got a little bit of a gap between, is he closing that now? No, we've got a bit of a gap between Johnny M4 and Smakinda, about 3 seconds, so Smakinda's now free on those soft tyres. He's got to try and catch that gap.
I tell you what though, Housey.
Front 2 pulling away.
What I'm really noticing is the camera angles on Portugal. What the hell? This is fantastic. Banana Bender up into P7. He's looking at Suicide 5. He's in DRS. And let's just see if he's going to reel him in. Suicide 5 is just holding his line. What he's going to do? He's not going to send it. He's too far back. He is too far back. Is Suicide 5 holding his line? Bozza just ahead. And then look at Bozza. He's caught right up the back of 2-5 here, there, Housey.
Dirty Orange. About to go a lap down. He's done that. Made a mistake as Dirty Orange. He's off the track now, getting out of the leader's way, but
he's doing the right thing, Dirty Orange. He's he's been very busy doing house renovations and all sorts of things, and well, he did answer the call late. We do appreciate it. And Dirty Orange, just going out there, have some fun, Dirty Orange. Let your hair down and just enjoy this one, of course. Don't put too much pressure on yourself there, mate. As Darkness Abyss has moved up a position. Oh, well, there you go. That was Dirty Orange doing the right thing, just getting out of the way.
35 seconds worth of penalties as Dirty Orange. If he gets many more...
Oh, have a look at this, Housey. Johnny M4 Bopton. Johnny M4 Bopton. Bopton's giving him a bit of a sniff. And Johnny M4 will hold that position. Well, this is great battling from these two, of course, Housey, as we'll move back up the front because Bozza just can't seem to make inroads here. Just can't seem to make inroads, mate. And, well, he's hanging on to the back of 2-5, but it is a DRS train.
Yes, there you go. 2-5 and Bozza are going to get this one here. As soon as this DRS opens. Yep. Ready to go. Here we go. 2-5's going to get it first.
Beansy.
Going to be late. Oh, Beansy went. Oh, he made a move.
There you go. 2-5 gets that job done. Up into third. Woohoo!
Yep, Bozza's right there, though. Obviously on those soft tyres as well, Bozza. So, Bozza versus Beans. We've got yellow in sector 3. Here we go. Bozza's looking for a move now. Down into the hairpin of turn 5. Up the inside.
Oh, has he done it? He's done it. He certainly has. Oh, Beansy yields. But Beansy knows that Bozza is going to be stopping a hell of a lot earlier than himself. The soft compound are not expected to do any more than 12, 13 laps around here, mate.
Good one here. Yeah, S5 and Banana Bender going at it. 6th and 7th. Good little battle here.
I dare say we're going to see the medium runners box around 21, 22 laps. And, yeah, they will run the soft compound to the very end, of course. But, yes, these soft runners under heavy fuel load, folks, they are not expected to go any further than 12 or 13 laps. You can stretch them maybe 1 or 2 more laps beyond that, but they are just rubbish at that point. And, well, they're going to be hurting, of course. The undercut around this track is strong. And, well, Johnny M4 in 9th. Bopton did get by him. So we've just missed that. Not too sure what happened there where Johnny made a mistake, but I think Smakinda's going to make a move on Johnny M4. He certainly is. He certainly is there, House. He's got the inside line. This is soft versus soft. Smakinda will have the DRS. He should take this move, but he's run out of VR.
Oh, it's pretty easy.
He's run out of VRS.
He's not got it.
He's not. Johnny M4 doing his thing. Great stuff, Johnny. And P9, he holds it. He gets another time penalty for his efforts. And I tell you, that is penalty city, that corner there, mate. You've absolutely got to nail that turn one. There is, absolutely.
Oh, he's wide there as well. That could have been another one. That gives you it there as well. So Smakinda looking for a move late on the brakes up the inside. Don't turn in, Johnny. No, good awareness from Johnny there. Bit nervy from Smakinda, but
they are running the same ERS. They've both cooked it, Housey. So when they need it, it's just not available. And
great stuff from Smakinda.
Oh, Dirty Orange DNF, and there's a DNF for Dirty Orange, and I just had a bit of a tough time of it. And there you go.
In the pit,
yeah, just
in the pits. So Smakinda, Smakinda having a look. It's cheeky there. Watch the traction here. This is the problem if you're up the inside of some of these corners where the traction is critical on the exit. If you lose the rear, you could be sliding your rear end into
he's got
a
it.
car.
Oh, has he got it? He's just got to be. He's got to be careful. There's the detection zone.
Right there, you see.
Use the tracks, Smakinda. Use the track. The detection zone is where it's at. And, well, you should have it now. This should be it. But look, he's got no ERS. He's just relying on that rear wing. And Johnny... Oh, I tell you what, mate. Johnny F4's gone real wide. He's not giving it up. He's not giving it up. But that is job done. Smakinda finally gets that job done, up into 9th place. But have a look at Bobden. From those two battling there, mate, he's just gained 2 seconds on that line.
Sorry. Oh, that was close. Suicide 5, nearly in the back of the Banana Bender. Banana Bender making a small mistake.
Banana Bender is out of the session.
Oh, as I say that, yeah, it just goes out of the session. His car's still there. Have I got him? Look.
You're right, mate. It'll take me 2 seconds. It'll take me 2 seconds.
That's all right. I got it.
You got it?
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Cool. Yeah, he's still out of the session there, Housey. We are watching Suicide 5 doing a stellar job in 7th position. Bobden is he can see what's happening in front of him. And I reckon Bobden has turned up today here, Housey. He's put in some practice, and there he is there, right behind Suicide 5. You can see the battle. Suicide 5 knows he's got to get past Banana Bender, and I dare say he's going to get it done now. Yeah, DRS wide open, and this should be job done. Just make it happen. And yes, he has. Suicide 5 up into 6th position. Volts is, look at this, Volts and tabbed. P1, P2, 5/10 of a second, folks. 5/10 of a second. And, well, just can't make inroads. But I'll tell you what, bit of a cat and mouse game from the top two here, Housey.
Yeah, not being able to pull away. I mean, I think the biggest gap I've seen is about 0.7, 0.8. Not being able to break Voltsy in these early stages. Obviously 2-5, having a bit of a lone, well, not a lonely race because Bozzy's right there, but back off the front two. So it's Bozza and 2-5 fighting it out over 3rd. Beans trying to get back to the back of Bozza.
But guess who's nose to stern to each other? Have a guess. Blue Dog and Brad Tay. Oh, Brad Tay with a tank slapper. Ty-Star's going to get him. Oh, Ty-Star, no. He was very generous there, and Fiery Barbarian is there as well. I'll tell you what, folks, this is heating right up between P13 right through to 16. And here comes Fury. Fury can see Fury's like, oh, Jesus, what do I do here? But there he is, Mr. Fury Strat, Cat F1. And, well, he's got to make amends from that. Well, a bit of a jump start at the start. Those two there, Fiery Barbarian and Mr. Fury Strat.
Move, is he? Bopton's making a move on Banana down into turn 1. I don't know if Banana's back in. I have sent him a few invites.
He is not.
Was this battle Blue Dog, Brad Tay, Ty-Star, Fiery? Is anyone going to change position here? Good straight line speed from the Cats, to be honest with you. Ty-Star looking for a late move on Brad Tay. Brad Tay saying,
it's cost him! It's cost him! Ty-Star. Yeah. Well, there you go. Ambitious there, mate. And, well, you cannot send it late there. That sausage curb will catch you out. That's right. That's exactly right.
Just a few inches off that one, and it will send you. Good save, though. Good catch from Ty-Star. Well done. Still watching this battle because Fiery's right behind Brad Tay now. He gets a 3-second penalty, for track limits, but he gets the move done on Brad Tay. So,
well, and Mr. Fury Strat, he's trying to follow him through. Of course, Ty-Star with a spin and another spin. His tyres are cooked. He's just got to take it easy, and there you go. That's team orders. That is team orders. Yep. Brad Tay getting well and truly out of the way. Brad Tay doing the team thing. Probably, arguably, the team member of this division to have, of course. He just does the right thing by his teammate. And, well, Fiery Barbarian is next on Mr. Fury Strat's hit list.
So Smakinda going to make a move on Banana here down the back, front straight. So he moves himself up to 8th. That's up 12 places for Smakinda now. As you said, though, Bopton in 7th place. Let's give the Sleeping Assassin a bit of a shout-out. Let me check back with you. Hang on a minute. What's his best result so far? Give me a second here.
You're right, mate. You're right, mate. You do your thing. You do your thing.
Best result is a 13th. A 13th. So,
well, look, how's he?
Doing a great job.
Yeah, I'm not throwing predictions.
I'll take the blame.
You,
It's all right.
you can take the blame for that one. Come on, Bopton, we're all in your corner, mate. But yes, Bozza is still on the back of 2-5. This has been a Grand Prix long battle, albeit only 10 laps of it. But yes, here is Bozza and 2-5. Well, I don't think Bozza's softs are going to go too much longer here, Housey. 2-5 is just doing his thing. And, Bozza is they're both burning that ERS, of course, trying to stay ahead of each other. And, of course, 2-5 being the lead car of this next group, punching that hole in the air. He does not have the DRS, of course. And that will be hurting him, especially on this long start-finish straight.
Yeah, Blue Dog playing the team game as well. Let Fury through when Fury got behind him. So Fiery Barbarian got past Blue Dog. Blue Dog let Fury through, straight away. So Fury all over the back of Fiery. Fiery up to 13th. Fury in 14th now. Smakinda getting close to the back of Bopton. He's going to make the move. He does so. Down into turn 1. Nice clean move. DRS assisted. Bopton's just got to hang on the back of Smakinda now. Oh, he's not that close. Wow.
As Mr. Fury Strat has just got by Fiery Barbarian, and he's setting his sights on Shazy Dane. So Mr. Fury Strat is looking to make moves through the field here, Housey. He's doing a phenomenal job, of course. Got caught out with that drive-through penalty, of course. And, he is making amends. He's making inroads. He's come from last. He's currently sitting P13. He's within DRS zone. And Shazy Dane, I think he can feel the pressure a little bit here, Housey, as I flick back up to Rip the Beans, because I think the softs are starting to die. They are starting to die. Boss has just dropped out of the DRS zone. Beansy's all over him like a rash. And, I think Bozza, it's just a matter of time. Whether he decides to get rid of him now, he's going to be asking 22 laps of the medium, which is doable. But towards the end, they're going to be a fast stretch. If you can make those softs last just a lap or two longer, he should be okay.
Good run from Beans here. He's going to make a turn 1 move. DRS is now open. So, yeah. Easy
very easy move there from Beansy. And takes that into turn 1 there, Housey.
He does. So he's off up the road now, trying to chase 2-5. And look at the gap. Look at the time Beans has made on 2-5 just in those 3 corners.
We're just watching the replay of Beansy get by Bozza there. And, yeah, very, very easy. DRS versus no DRS. And job done. Back to live screens now, mate.
Yep, so Beans on the hunt. Fiery Barbarian and Fury just past Chazy on that lap. So Chazy dropping a little bit down into 14th now. Oh, so impressed with that sector 1 of Beans. Very good. Sector 2 looks like 2-5s. More competitive with Beans.
He certainly is. Let's just
have a look.
It's going
to be a good battle. It's going to be a good battle.
Well, let's just keep an eye on these times, of course, because Bozza is starting to drop a little bit. And same with Smakinda. He's not making inroads on Suicide 5. And have a look at those Old Spice boys. P5, 6, and 7. If you don't mind, Housey, what a good showing from this 14. Lot. And and of course, yes, and Chazy 14. But the 3 of them in the top 7, of course, 5, 6, and 7.
Good job from them. So Fiery.
Bozza's had enough. Bozza has had enough. He's getting rid of the soft compound. He's getting rid of it. He's going to throw the medium on. He's going to go all the way to the end.
No, Smakinda stays out. So Smakinda going to do another lap on those softs. What about Johnny M4? I think Johnny M4 stayed out. No, Johnny M4's in, I believe. Is he? Yes, he is. Fiery Barbarian looking for a move on Fury Strat down the front straight then. Over the checker flag. Gets it done. DRS. So Fury drops a place to Fiery. 10th for Fiery now. Oh, he catches a lot of that curb on turn 1.
He did, didn't he? He absolutely did.
He got away with it.
He did get away with it. But
his bum would have felt that one for sure.
Banana Bender. Oh, Jesus. That was the AI of Banana Bender. And I'll tell you what, a bit of early braking there from the AI. Nearly caught Darkness out. And, Banana Bender has been out of his car for quite some time now, Housey. I don't think he can get back. I don't think he can get back in, mate. I really don't. He's, really don't. Oh, boy, Banana Bender. Get yourself in the chat and explain yourself, mate. What do we need to do to help you, mate? Because we're trying everything we can behind the scenes, mate. But you are struggling by the look of it.
Let me check the Discord. Fly solo for a second, Scope.
You're right, mate. No stress at all. As we're looking at Volts. Volts is within us 2/10 of Tab now, Housey. And I tell you what, this battle at the front's heating up. These boys really, really want to make inroads on Rip the Beans. Rip the Beans is leading this championship by 20 points over Bozza. And Bozza is currently, well, he's got rid of that soft compound. He's the one to watch. Bozza is the one to watch, folks. And, well, there you go. Smakinda has just boxed, as you can see there on the timing screens. And who was put the hard on? Johnny M4 has decided the hard compound's the way to go. Oh, I don't know about that, Johnny. I do not know about that, but Volts and Tabbed battle resumed. This is very, very interesting to say the least. As we'll flick back down to Fury, is making inroads. Fiery Barbarian and Fury are tugging each other along and doing a stellar job. They were at the very back of the grid after lap 1 through the drive-through, and Bozza gets a time penalty. Oh, no, Bozza.
That could be costly. Come the end of the race, that could be costly. Penalties starting to fly in now, to be fair. Kiwi at the back in 19th at the moment. He's right all over the back of the reserve of Ty-Star, who's in turn all over the back of Black Moon. Bit out of sorts for Black Moon here, down in 17th place. He's been doing an impressive job so far this season. I mean, I must say, I'll tip my hat now to these Pot 4 drivers, because the Pot 4 drivers, and you would think, you know, think what you want about a Pot 4, but these Pot 4 drivers have actually done a really, really, really solid job in the first 5 rounds. Really impressed with them.
They really have, mate. They really have. The championship table is a bit of a mixed bag at the moment. Of course, yes, we're only early doors into this season, Housey. Round 6 of 24, believe it or not. But, yeah, a long way to go. A lot of water to go under the bridge yet, mate. But here is Rip the Beans. He's still behind 2-5. He's doing a fantastic job to keep the championship leader behind him. Fiery Barbarian is all over Banana Bender. And Banana Bender, there he is there. He's lagged out of the session. And Fiery gets the job done. Great move, Fiery. And that is not letting the AI dictate to you. You dictate to the AI. And job done. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. So, Fury's next. Yeah, Fury passed. Although, he's going to get run out here from the AI on the exit, but he does get it done. Black Moon gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So, again, not the best of days. Ty-Star, a couple of penalties on this lap. So they're coming in. Let me just check them. Let's have a look. Darkness Abyss then, 7th place, 3 seconds. Fari in 8th, 3 seconds. Bozza in 11th with 3 seconds. We've got Johnny M4 in 16th with 15 seconds. Ty-Star with 9 seconds. Black Moon with 5 seconds. Crazy Kiwi with 6 seconds. That's your penalties at the moment. Positions change for a moment if you want to know. Most positions is Blue Dog at the moment up 6 as it currently stands. Obviously pit stop sequences starting to happen, so we'll check on them later towards the end of the race.
Yeah.
So far, so good. Just the one DNF so far. Dirty Orange.
Oh, and I do apologise, folks. While we were looking at the back there, 2-5 has just been passed by Rip the Beans. Rip the Beans up into P3 there, mate. He's going to start trying to make inroads on this top 2. He does not want them out of his sights. I tell you what, Beans, he's had a phenomenal season. He's got his head down as the lad. He's got a new helmet to boot. And, well, he's right in it this season, is Beansy. I'm absolutely loving it from the lad. As 2-5 is, well, he's still hanging on to that DRS zone. And, well, there you go, Housey. Gaps have started to open up a little bit here, mate, as the penalties are starting to come in.
It's 2-5, obviously. I think 2-5 and Beans the closest battle at the moment, from what I can see. The rest of them just getting a bit, as you said, just spreading out slightly now. Getting a bit of space. We're on lap 16, so what are we, about halfway? We're about halfway done. Hit the halfway marker. Who's going to be first to get rid of these mediums? Volts is closed in on Tabbed again. But every time he closes in, I flick to it, I think, oh, here we go, we're going to have it. And it Volts, Tabbed just manages to eke that gap back out again. 2-5, close to Beans now.
They just got by the lapped cars of Black Moon and Crazy Kiwi, of course. So, well, that might have, well, hampered Tab being the leading car, of course, getting those leaders to be aware. Even in real life, it tends to happen regardless of the blue flags or not. And then 2-5 is still doing the same thing. These boys are trying to make their way through these lapped cars. We've just had a bad race, which is okay. It is absolutely okay. As we'll flick down to Smakinda. Smakinda's made a move on Brad Tay there. And, well, next in his sights is Blue Dog. And
Separating the lovebirds.
He certainly has,
Can't
but
do that.
not for too long though, Housey. Not for too long, because I dare say he's going to make short work of this one.
Oh, that's why.
He's on 2-lap-old
exit.
mediums versus 16-lap-old mediums, and while Blue Dog is well, they're doing the medium run, of course. The mediums are good for 20, 21, 22 laps. The softs are good for about 12. That is the Grand Prix done. In my opinion, I've done this one a couple of times, Housey. You do not need to.
Oh, it's late there.
Oh, you don't need to touch that hard compound.
That was close.
But there you go.
That was
No,
close.
yeah, use the track to your advantage, mate. Use the track to your advantage. It is crazy going for a move where the pizza slice is going to close. And there you go. Blue Dog's going for an over-under, but no, Smakinda's got the power down.
Do it.
And that is the fresher rubber for you, mate.
That corner.
It does a little bit.
Turn 1, turn 2, kind of run into China. Always thought that once I first drove this track. Got a China feel, that corner. So Smakinda up then. 12th, obviously, he did start from the back of the grid. Bozza sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far, a 19.1. So Bozza on the move, but he has got that penalty, which could cost him later on.
He does.
Again,
Let's
Volts and Tabs.
Let's just have a look what the gap is to the leader. At the moment, Bozza is sitting. He's the first of the pitters, remember? So he's about, at the moment, 30.4 seconds behind... Well, behind Tab, and he's a bit too far back at the moment, so he's just got to start to make some end grounds. But let's not forget, when the leaders do pit, they will be on the soft compound, so they're going to be rapid towards the end here. And well, let's just see how they fare. Fury Strat doing a stellar job with Fiery, as we have touched on multiple times through this Grand Prix, Housey. Doing a good job is Fury. P9 at the moment, Fiery Barbarian, P8, trying to make amends for that start.
Yeah. Oh! Johnny M4 nearly hitting the back of Banana Bender's AI car. That was super close. Had to make evasive action there. Almost basically took to the slip road in avoidance.
Oh, look at this. Look at the lead too, mate. The top two, all Grand Prix, Housey. All Grand Prix, it's been like this. It is absolutely, yeah, it certainly is.
I tell you what though, let's tip our hat to Tabbed, because obviously Volts has got the easier job here.
Yeah, he does.
With car following, it's always easier than the car leading. Tabbed having to soak up the pressure of Volts. Volts just, maybe it's his plan just to sit there to put the pressure on. Wait for a mistake. We've got a cat off in sector 1. Let me check who that was.
Oh, that's Fury. Is that Fury? Oh, Fury's made a mistake. Yeah, unfortunate from Fury. He's going to have to start putting his head down again, but he's on 18-lap-old softs. Mediums. If he can stretch them maybe 1 or 2 more laps and then just get rid of them, he's going to catch up. Of course, the guys are a bit out of sequence, of course. The medium runners who started on the soft compound. There wasn't many of them. There was Bozza, of course. There was Smakinda, of course. And, well, there you go. Johnny M4 as well. But they are towards the back. And let's just see how they fare. Bozza, is he making up any ground here, Housey? Is he making up any ground? No, it's still 30.4 seconds. Yeah. Behind Tab. So Tab is doing a stellar job. Yeah, they are, mate.
Here we go then. Beans has pitted. Beans has decided to try the undercut on 2.5 here.
Yep. Beans is going for an undercut. So Beans is going for an undercut.
First one on the mediums to pit. He's got 13 laps left. So we saw, who was it? Bozza? No, was it Bozza on those? Yeah, softs. I think he did 12 laps. Was it 12? 12 laps?
Yeah, 12 laps.
Yep. 13 should be fine.
Bozza has
a bit less fuel as well.
Bozza has only reduced the gap to the leader Zerks by 0.2 of a second from the last time we checked.
Where is he?
It is not enough. It is not enough.
So Bozza's
30.2 seconds. Yeah, but Beansy's on the soft compound, and he will really reel in Bozza, of course. But yeah, it's not enough. So if Tab was to, for argument's sake, if Tab was to box now, he would get out in front of Bozza, of course. And well, that is all she wrote. Suicide 5 doing a stellar job up there in P4 behind his cousin. But Volts and Tabbed, this has been an on.
Fury.
Well, let's go down to Fury.
Sorry, Fury looking at the back of Pot 4 Old Spice Chasey Dane after making that mistake, so he's keen to get back. Let's just hope he can keep his head here. He's looking. This is a horrible corner for traction. I hate that one. Real difficult to get on the power.
I'll tell you what, you've got Old Spice in Bozza, Rip the Beans Cat, Chasey Dane Old Spice, Mr. Fury Strat Cat, Smakinda Old Spice Blue Dog, and Brad Tay Cat. So I tell you what, mate, these boys are following each other, trying to get by. They know the combined constructors is all what it's all about. But Voltsy Boy has pit.
Here we go.
Voltsy Boy has pit. Yeah. Tab has got to get his. Tab has really got to go for it now. Tab has to go for it. He has to box his lap. He has to cover. He has to cover Volts. He has to cover Volts.
I'm going to stay on board with Tab, just watch this lap, see what he's like. So, front runner's pitting now. Suicide 5 up to second. He's going to be in dreamland there for a minute. First race back.
First race back.
Second place. Yeah.
That's lovely, Housey. Absolutely lovely. Johnny M4 is on the lagged out banana bender. Zerks, he has not been in the Grand Prix for quite some time as banana bender. I'm not too sure. I don't think he will be classified. Oh! The AI has just tapped Johnny M4. The AI getting a bit aggressive there. Tap Johnny M4. Johnny M4's missed the corner, but he's okay. Let's just see where's Volts. Where's Volts? I think Volts Tab's done it.
Here we go.
It's going to be bloody close. Volts has just purpled the second sector. Volts has just purpled the second sector. It's going to be close.
He's got a toe as well. He might get a little bit of distant toe from Suicide 5 in front of him. Whereas Tab is only just going in his pit box.
Oh, this is going to be close. No! Oh, it's going to be close! It's going to be close! It's going to be close!
Released. Oh my god!
Oh my god! You'll see Tab! There's Tab! There's Tab!
He's going to have him! He's going to get him!
Oh, he's done it! He's just done it! Oh, wow! Battle resumed. A bit of a switcheroo, and that is the undercut. Volts made it work. Volts made it work, and now he can.
Good move.
Great racing from these two boys. Absolutely phenomenal. As Rip the Beans. Well, he's just got to hold. No, Tab won't be happy. Tab
won't. He's not happy.
He won't be happy.
He is not happy.
Come on, Tab.
Tab's going to want to look. He's going to look to sort this out straight away. I don't think he's going to play the Volts sit behind. I think Tab's going to look to try and get this lead back straight away. He's very good when he gets a bit aggressive, does Tab, when the pressure's on.
He's a good young lad,
mate. He's
very,
very good.
He is good.
He seems to gain a tenth or two, so maybe upsetting Tab's not going to do Volts any good here, but obviously Volts got the pace himself. This is going to be a good battle to the end. What else is going on in the field? Darkness is closing up to the back of Fiery.
He certainly is.
So
and
everybody's now stopped. Everybody's now stopped. So.
No one has to stop again, Housey. No one has to stop again, barring a safety car, of course, and you can put on a fresh set of softs if you wanted to, but they're going to make it quite comfortably as Tab's going to get it done. It's DRS. It's DRS. He's going to get it done. Is he? He certainly is. Where is Volts? There he is. And, well, the straight line speed of Tab, he takes that P1. And, well, there you go. Awesome stuff from these two. As we'll have a look at the replay, Housey. I think I just caught the end of that one.
He wasn't going to be happy about it.
He wasn't happy, mate. He wasn't happy. There he is. We're just flicking to it. Oh, he got a bit of a suck. And then rear wing wide open. And into turn 1 he goes. And Tab resumes the lead of the Grand Prix. Back to live screens, mate.
Okay, so... Let's just have a brief catch up here. 2-5 all over the back of Bozza here. I think that's one of the closest, apart from obviously first and second. But 2-5 and Bozza. Bozza does have that penalty, so 2-5 just needs to be smart about this move.
Yeah, he does, mate. He does, and he's on brand new soft compounds. His 2-5 compared to Bozza's 9-lap old mediums. They will make it to the end, but of course, soft versus medium. We all know who wins that battle.
He loves a 5th place finish, does 2-5 though. He's finished 5th three times out of the 6 rounds. Well, 5 rounds, sorry. So he's about, again, as I said earlier in qualifying, he's just about there. He's doing a great job. I mean, just the fact that Bozza and Beans, his rivals in pot 2, are also performing very, very well at the start of the season.
Well, no, that's where you're wrong there, young fella. Beansy has been promoted. Beansy is a pot 1 driver. Mr. Fury Strat, dropped down to pot 2 and ripped the Beans up into pot 1. But there you go, 2-5 versus Bozza. And there you go. I made a bit of a meal of that one. But great move there from 2-5. And yes, it certainly is. Zeris McKinder, he's, acquired a little bit, some distance behind there. So, and they've all got penalties from that point on. But I'll tell you who's going to benefit. He just needs to start creeping up on him. And that is Suicide 5. Suicide 5 is a clean skin, and that's not too shabby at all.
No, let's just check those penalties quickly. So Bozza with 3 seconds, McKinder with 3 seconds in front of S5 there. So again, like you said, just needs to get his head down, focus on his race. But he's got Bopton catching him behind.
Oh, Chasey Day, and Banana Bender. Sorry there, mate. That was the AI. That was the AI banana bender, and I tell you what, he's got his elbows out as this lad. An absolutely brilliant move from Chasey Dane. A bit risky, but yes, he's got it done, mate. He's got it done. We'll go to position changes and have a look at this Smakinda up in the P6. 14 places gained, Housey. The biggest loser of the Grand Prix. Big shout out to Maggie. You know I don't like saying that. But yes, the biggest loser of the Grand Prix, unfortunately, is Mr. Fury Strat. Excuse me.
He's on a battle back again, though, at the moment. He's got 2 lap old softs on, so AI of Banana Bender next. He'll be up into 13th soon enough.
Sorry, Housey. P1, P2 swapping around again. They are swapping around again.
Tabs is still got it. Tabs is going to lose it. Oh, exactly what I said earlier. Losing it up the inside on the exit with the traction. His rear end started to go towards Volts. He had to back out of that one. So it's game on.
Game on, mate.
Volts not giving this one up. He wants to win.
He certainly is. Yeah, he certainly does.
This is going to go all the way. What we got left? 5, 6, 7, 8 laps to go.
Oh, Housey. That might be driver of the day time, I think, mate. It might be very soon.
Chasey just making a move on Johnny M4 then. So the pot 4 driver, the best pot 4 driver, he's in 5th in the championship, up to 11th.
I'll tell you what, he's bloody consistent, is Chasey Dane. Chasey Dane, he's roughly 11th, 10th, 9th, 12th, roughly around there. You'll never see him.
I'll tell you. Wait a minute. An 8th, a 9th, an 8th, a 16th, and an 8th. So
yeah, he's there and thereabouts. Yeah, that's about his spot. So currently sitting in P11. Housey, where are we going to sit, mate? Because I've got to do driver of the day. Might sit with... pick a spot, mate. Pick a spot.
It's either the leaders.
Yeah, you've got to sit with the leaders.
At the moment.
Oh, Tab's just made a move on Volts. Well, Volts is not giving it up. Holy moly. And there you go.
Volts has got a penalty, though. Volts has got a penalty. That one's done.
That is done.
That one's done.
That's
this
done.
is going to be crazy. Watch this one. Oh, losing traction. You can't do that up the inside there. Stay on Volts. Stay on Volts, mate.
Tab goes defensive. Tabbed goes defensive, and bit of a tank slipper. Oh, there you go. We're going to stay with this. I've got to do driver of the day, Housey. I've got to do it.
Stay with Volts. Stay with Volts. I'm on board with Volts. I don't know which way it's going to go, but we can always look back or whatever. Oh, Volts with poor traction there. Out of that tricky uphill exit. So it's Tabbed back in the lead from Volts. Beans 7 seconds off this battle. 2.5 a second off. 2 seconds off Beans. Gap's pretty stable. I'll try and keep my eyes. Fury's probably the closest to anyone further back. Volts with again. Just struggling to get the traction down. This is at turn 15 then. No, sorry, 14. This is 15. Kind of like a double right-hander. Bit of a gap now. Tab's got 4/10 on him. DRS is going to pop open a Volts. Can he catch him? It's going to be late into turn 1. We're gaining. It's too far. Oh, yeah, too far. He's going to have to tuck in here as Volts. This battle is going to go all the way to the end. Neither driver going to give, but Volts critically has the penalty, so Tab should be aware of that. He just needs to basically keep it clean. I mean, personally, if that was me, I'd almost consider letting Volts by and just stick right behind him. As long as he's within 3 seconds.
We are back, Housey. We are back. The driver of the day vote has gone out, folks. It is between Volts, Tabbed, Smakinda, Bopton, and Bozza. And, well, the top two are in for a good shout of the driver of the day. This is heating up. This has been like this all Grand Prix. Nose to stern, no greater than 7/10. And they have swapped positions a couple of times, folks. It was epic through that pit stop exchange where, well, Volts did get that undercut done. And, well, I'll tell you what, he has turned up. Both these lads have turned up. And super, super proud of the young fella in Tabbed. Of course, yes, last season was a reserve and didn't do some favourable things regarding pit and quit. He's tidied all himself up and he's back up there with the speed, racing absolutely stellarly and doing a stellar job up front. P1, Housey, P1.
I'll tell you who's on the move.
Oh!
Just watch him a bit further back. Or stay with it if you need to. I'm just going to say Fiery Barbarians on the move back in 8th.
Oh, no. Oh, good save there from Volts. Good save. They were side by side into turn 3. A bit of a touch. And, well, there you go. He's just released Tabbed. And, well, Tab doing a great job. A really, really good job as a young fella. And he's up there in P1. He's got some breathing space. Let's just see the caliber of Voltsy boy.
Fiery.
Great.
Fiery. Yeah.
Well, Fiery Barbarian. What a move on Suicide 5.
Yeah, he's on it. I tell you, he is pressing forward as Fiery.
But you know what the problem is, Housey? His fuel light is on. We have 5 laps remaining.
Yeah.
There's going to be a little bit of we've got a bit of fuel saving to do, so to speak, mate. And well, it's a little bit of lift and coast. I'm not too sure if he keeps going at that trajectory. I don't think he's going to make it towards the end. But there he is, there, Fiery Barbarian. Great drive by him. So far, so good. As the gaps have opened up, let's go down to Brad Tay to see what Brad Tay's looking at. He's looking at the lagged out banana bender still. He's been lagged out of that car for most of that Grand Prix, so that is unfortunate from banana bender. Just can't get it happening with his net lately, can the lad. And, well, Tab's currently leading that Driver of the Day vote, and rightly so, in my opinion. As we'll flick back up to Suicide 5. He's not given up Fiery Barbarian yet. These boys are on 5-lap-old softs here, Housey.
Again, to be fair, Suicide 5 is still clean, so he can afford to just sit behind Fiery Barbarian and be towed up to the back of Smakinda if Fiery can catch him. Obviously, Tab still penalty-free. Rip the Beans, 2-5, Suicide 5, Chasey Dane, and the AI off Banana Bender, all penalty-free at the moment. Johnny M4 is going to really suffer across the line. He's got 24 seconds worth of penalties.
He has, mate. He has. But, yeah, been a bit of a struggle for Johnny, of course. But that is quite all right. Suicide 5 within...
Oh, we've got one of the reserves. Oh, sorry. That's probably just getting out of the way.
He's just dropped to about 9/10 of a second behind Fiery. Excuse me. He wants to hang on to the back of that of Fiery Barbarian because we absolutely know that if you drop out of that DRS zone, especially around this track, it is curtains, of course. Especially he's got Bopton behind him as well. He's got Darkness Abyss closing up on Bopton as well. So these boys do have penalties. So it's not panic stations just yet for the lad. But, well, if I know him, it's all about on track, of course. As, well, Fiery Barbarian. That's it. That's it.
And he fails us. Unfortunate then for Fiery, but good for Suicide 5. That's going to be good for Suicide. Suicide just needs to keep this clean. We've got 3 laps to go. Darkness on the back of Bopton is going to try and get this move done before the end. I think that's about the closest battle. Black Moon and Kiwi further down, 17th and 18th, having a bit of a battle too. But so yeah, Tab's now pulled the pin. He's 1.5 seconds up the road.
Yeah,
Darkness is going to make the move on Bopton.
Yeah, he's easily done from Darkness Abyss. Oh, he's gone real wide. Bopton will see this, and this will be, well, his eyes would have lit right up there, Housey. He just needs to hang on. He just needs to... He needs to focus on his exit coming out of that last corner, mate, because that's where it's at. He's going to get a good toe down the start-finish straight and a DRS zone to boot. So it's all about the exit coming out of that last corner. Bopton just needs to bide his time, hang on to that rear wing, and he'll get that position back. But let's not forget, it's all about timing, especially with such a long start-finish straight, of course. Well, I mean, oh, Barbarian has been disqualified. What has happened? What has happened to Barbarian?
Driving the wrong way.
Oh, he must have lost the car, and there you go. Barbarian's been disqualified. Oh, no. Oh, no. As we'll go back down to Bopton because he's still within that range, but Darkness has stretched his legs a little bit. He has stretched his legs, but it's all about this last corner, Bopton. You've got to get this one right. It's all about the overspeed here, mate. And then use the DRS. You can do this, young fella. Come on, mate. Of course, Bopton fresh on a wheel here, Housey. Fresh on a wheel and doing a stellar job as the young guy. And, well, no, Darkness Abyss a little bit too far ahead here, mate. So Darkness doing a great job as well. So that cancels each other out as we move back up to the top because I think it's kind of, well, I don't want to say that's all she wrote, but yeah, it's all stable now. Tab got his breathing space and he's hung on to it. Bad luck, Barbarian. You were doing a stellar job, mate. Stellar job. Hold your head up, mate. Yeah. Don't take it personally, man. It's just unfortunate, brother. Unfortunate.
Ooh, that's interesting. Interesting there. Fury closing up on the back of Chasey, and he was on for a move into turn 1 and he backed out of it. He come off the throttle, didn't want any part of it. So strange there from Fury. Maybe he's just saving it. He knows he's got a big gap in front of Chasey to Bopton. That's,
well, I mean,
you're not going to get any further.
Well, he's got
so maybe he's just waiting for a last lap.
He's got 3
raid.
seconds worth of penalties, and Chasey's a clean skin.
True.
So if he wants to get it done, he should have got it done and tried to get that 3 seconds. I just don't think he's got it in the tank, and maybe he's just thought, you know what, let's just finish this one and get some good, solid points. And racing smart, live to fight another day, folks. That is what it's all about. These boys have been super, super impressive after a week off. And, well, there you go. Well, Volts is starting to close in a little bit. He does not want to. He's just reminding Tabs for next week. I'm here, young fella. I ain't going nowhere, and you're going to battle on your hands. I will see you next week. We've still got 1 lap to go here, Housey. The more pressure Voltsy boy can put on Tabbed. Oh, if he makes a mistake, it's all about the pressure, mate, and it's never, never over. And that's what, well, some people tend to think, oh, it's 2 seconds or 1.5 seconds, couple laps to go. You keep that pressure on and make that guy sweat. I tell you what, if he makes a mistake, it's as good as yours. And that's what Volts is trying to do. He's now almost within DRS zone here. I think he's heard the call. He's almost within DRS zone. Tapped his, well, he's not going to get it this lap, but he does. Yeah, but these boys are all about on track. You know what it's like, Housey. The boys up the front, it's all about on track. Yeah, but you're a wily old fox. You're a wily old fox. But these young fellas are a bit white line fever, and well, we absolutely love it. Suicide 5 doing a stellar job. 1.9 seconds behind Smakinda. And let's have a look to see at these penalties, mate. Let's just have a quick look.
Nah, I think Suicide 5 will. Smakinda had 3, I think, unless he got another one. Yeah, Smakinda only on 3 seconds, so Suicide 5 gonna gain that place, I guess.
Oh! Tab's fuel light is screaming. Oh, so is Volts. Are they gonna make it? They should reckon they'll be all right. It's gonna be bloody close here, Housey. It's gonna be close. Yeah, they're gonna push. They're both pushing. They are both pushing. The fuel lights are screaming at him, mate. Absolutely screaming at him. I don't know when that came on, but if it went on before this lap, they're going to run out. That is fact. Let's just see. Oh, how's he? Tab's got a few more corners to go, and a long start finish straight. He's in front by 0.7 of a second. We've got Volts behind him. Banana Bender has been disqualified, failing to use both compounds. Well, that's the IOI doing a solid job for Banana Bender. But here comes Tabbed. Tabbed is going to win here at Portugal. Great job, Tabbed. Volts will take P2. Our championship leader will round the final corner. He will take P3, hanging on to that lead, of course. Great job there, Beansy. 2-5, stellar job. P4, and Bozza will come home. He'll cross the line in 5th. Smakinda, there he is there. A little bit off the pace of Smakinda, but let's not forget, this lad started at the back of the field, Housey. Great job from Smakinda. What a fight back from this lad. And Old Spice, special mention. I think he's run out of fuel. He certainly has. And there you go, Suicide 5 jumps in, P6. Suicide 5, Smakinda P7, Old Spice, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Darkness Abyss, great job, son. P8, Bopton will take P9. Bopton's out of fuel. Is he? Bopton's out of fuel! Where's Fury?
No.
Fury's going to get him! Oh, Bopton's out of fuel! Oh, no!
Chasey's going to get 2.
Chasey's going to get him! 2. Oh, Bopton!
Can he make it? I think he's going to make it just in time.
Yeah, he's just done it. P11 from Bopton. Brad Tate, P12, of course, P13. Johnny M4, P14. Crazy Kiwi will take 15th, will he? Oh, bit of a shuffle there at the end. And Tabbed. Yeah, I'm not too sure. We'll have a look at the official standings. But there you go. Tabbed, the young fella, wins the Driver of the Day award. Well, the game's given it to Smakinda. He made up a hell of a lot of places. Started at the back of the grid. But yeah, that top 2 battle. Well, Tabbed. Great job, young fella. Well-deserved victory. The Texaco Pot 1 driver. And, well, he's just done the Grand Slam. If he just got the fastest lap, he's just done the Grand Slam. Pole position, fastest lap, race win, driver of the day. Tabbed. Congratulations. What a drive. P2. awesome battle, Voltsy boy and P3, our championship leader, rip the beans. And there he is there, Tabs. Great job with the fastest lap, pole position, race win, Grand Slam, folks. 1 minute 17.836 was the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, held by that young fella. And there you go, 2-5 done a great job in the end to hang on to that 4th position. And Bozza, well, good fight back there, mate. P5 from Bozza. Suicide 5 on his return. P6, Mr. Altitude, loves it up the top there. And good to see him back up there. Smakinda, great drive as well, mate. And there you go. Bopton, unfortunately, did run out of fuel towards the end there and dropped. How many positions did he drop there, Housey? 4 positions. Well, Darkness got him, Chasey got him, Fury got him, and he ended up in 11th. Brad Tay, Blue Dog, cannot separate those two lads, as we'll go down to the very bottom. Fiery Barbarian, Banana Bender disqualified. Unfortunate from Fiery, of course. Banana Bender, well, he was out of the session, out of the car a long time ago, and Dirty Orange DNF. But there you go. That is the race. What a Grand Prix, Housey. Tell you what, mate, we're going to go on a brief pause. We're going to get these drivers in, and we'll be back with you very shortly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I've got the top 3 in the commentary box, along with the driver of the day. But I'll tell you what, Housey, it's a good way to introduce our championship leader. He's not letting it go. What a cracking start to the season. He finished 3rd in this Grand Prix. Cat F1, Pot 1 driver. Speak of none other than Rip the Beans. Congratulations on a great drive, Beansy. You just hung on to that, and, well, you didn't want to let that top 2 out of your sights, of course, because that is where the fight's at. Bozza behind you, of course, in the championship table. And, well, there you go. They've just come up at the right time there. Before this Grand Prix, Beansy, you were on 102 points. P3 for you, a good chunk of points coming your way. Congratulations on another great drive. Awesome job. Well done, mate.
Yeah, it wasn't. I wasn't really feeling good coming into the race, but yes. I mean, I still am keeping those top 5s, so that's all I'm aiming for every week. It's just I just want to finish the season with not one outside the top 5 finish. So, I mean, Tabbed and Volts were absolutely rapid tonight. I couldn't keep up no matter what I did.
Yep.
So, but yeah, I was
stellar battle. Absolutely stellar battle, and mate, yeah, well, all hats off to you, mate. You knew what you had to do, and that's what it's all about, though, Beansy. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to give you a bit of a background. Beansy got struck down with a little bit of COVID scare during the week, and I'll tell you what, he was a bit of almost a no-show, and, well, he put his hand up and he said, I'm not letting this championship lead go, bugger that. Hook or by crook, I'm there. And he's done a P3. Great drive, Beansy. You must have sweated that one out, of course, but awesome result. That is what it's all about, mate. Consistency, and that is what you've done. Congratulations on a great 3rd place, mate. Well done.
Yeah, driving with COVID is not fun. It's tiring, but we got through it. Next week, I'm hoping to show better pace than tonight next week. So
well, I'll tell you what, the championship leader means business, and I think the rest of the field is sort of looking up in front and thinking, gee, what do we have to do to stop this lad? on his sick bed, and he still gets a 3rd place. Congratulations, Beansy. Great job. Good start to the season. Let's keep this momentum going. Well done, mate.
Thanks, mate. I'll try.
Yeah, I know you will, mate. I know you will. As we'll move to our 2nd place man, one of the flying Kiwis, Voltsy Boy, P2. I tell you what, mate, what a cracking battle. That was all Grand Prix long, and you did touch on before we went live on air, mate. When we came back with the driver interviews, you'd never sweated so much. But, mate, what a battle between you and the young fella. Absolutely stunning job. P2, congratulations, mate. Great drive.
Yeah, it was a big congrats to Tab. You know, as always, he's bloody rapid. A bit surprising because I think me and him, neither of us had any practice going into this race, but I think we showed our quality tonight as well. It was a bit unfortunate with the contact at the end.
Yes.
That started up by 5/10 because I think I would have got that 3-second removed. There's no point in it now, but I think if I got that removed, it would have been a battle to the
it would have been battle to the flag. Yeah.
But yeah, really big congrats to him, and hopefully a lot more battles to come this season.
Well, Voltsy Boy, what's in your favour is it's only round 6 of 24, mate. There is a long way to go, and we all know your calibre there, son. And looking forward to the chase that is going to happen very soon. You put your hand up, you and that young fella, Tabbed, and Beansy might be looking over his shoulder very soon. But congratulations, mate. That was a stellar job by you. Awesome job, mate. Proud of you, mate. Well done. Congratulations.
Cheers, boys. Good call tonight, lads.
Cheers, man. As we move to this guy here, the young fella, the Texaco Pot 1 driver. This guy did a grand slam, folks. That is the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. The Grand Prix win and the pole position. Speak of none other than Tabbed F1. Well, Tabs, you did it. You absolutely did it. You showed your class, and that was a stellar drive. Talk us through that battle, mate. I mean, when Voltsy undercut you through that pit, I mean, we were on Volt board with Volts. We knew it was going to be close, and we could. And hello there, Housey was on board with you. He could tell that you weren't happy. You got your head down, and I tell you what, mate, what a battle! Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, it was a crazy battle. On the medium stint, I was just waiting for the soft stint, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a crazy battle. I knew that we were going to have a battle on the softs. And yeah, Volt's got a nice undercut on me. I knew it was going to be close as well, so I floored it out the pits, but I got too much wheel spin.
Yeah, we could see, mate. We could see.
But yeah, it was such a good battle. I loved every minute of that. And hopefully we can have some more.
Oh, definitely, mate.
Calendar. Yeah.
Well, of course, mate. And let's not forget the boss man. The boss man's a little bit. Well, he's feeling a little bit left out at the moment there. He's in the chat at the moment. He's more points behind Beansy, he reckons. But he did a great job too. But there's a few of yous there and thereabouts. Let's not forget 2-5. You boys you don't want to let Beansy get too far ahead. And that's exactly what you've done there, mate. You put the brakes on a little bit. And, stellar job there, mate. Let's not forget the season is long there, young fella. Everyone has a bad race. And it's all about picking up the pieces. And, awesome drive. Now, talk us through the highlight. I mean, what a stellar job. Pole position. Grand Prix win. Fastest lap. Talk us through your highlight. That is impressive in itself.
It was definitely the battle with Volt. That was one of the most fun I've had league racing. Just the respect when we were racing. I actually didn't know I hit him, to be honest. I thought he had a bit of a moment. That's why I thought when he backed off a bit. But yeah, sorry to Volt.
Yeah, that was all fair and all. It was just hard racing. It was all fair.
Yeah. It was just a battle. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, mate. You had the chat going. You had Kaiser going nuts. You had Energetics going nuts. The boys were absolutely behind you. Fantastic job to all three of you and the whole grid, to be fair. Well, great way to end that one there, Housey. Anything to add there, mate? I mean, I've run out of things to say, believe it or not.
No. I mean, good performance from the reserve in Fiery coming in as 5th.
Yes, definitely.
Good recovery, to be fair. Sorry, no, actually, I'm looking at the wrong screen. Get with it. Fiery got disconnected. Sorry. Disregard that. I'm just checking through. Sorry, just to see who had Suicide 5. I mean, again, we've got my tip our cap to Suicide 5. Missed a week. Hasn't been driving anywhere else, I believe, obviously. So hasn't been on the wheel or on the game for probably a good couple of weeks. So to come back in get a solid 6th place. I'd say that's very good work from Suicide 5.
Yeah, definitely.
Smakinder, obviously, good from the back to come home in 7th. Not a bad drive, to be fair. Good recovery.
That's
Again,
the story
Fury.
of... Look, I mean, I love the boys, but Smakinder, I mean, he wants it so bad, but he's qualifying. I mean, look, to his probably own admission, that's been the battle of Smakinder's season. He just hasn't put it together when he needed to. He definitely has the pace, but his starting position 100%. Is hurting him big time.
Yep, obviously good finishes from Chasey there, solid 9th, and Fury with a good recovery after that drive-through on the first lap, comes home in 10th in the end, so... Yeah, not what you'd want, but it's still, you've got to take that, I think, from the end of the first lap. But on the whole, a very good race. Obviously, the first one, as I said earlier, first one I've commentated on there. So, yeah, enjoyable. Looking forward to the Eurodivision later, which hopefully you guys and girls out there can catch us for.
Yes, most definitely.
Roughly, we'll talk about 8, 9, 10 hours time.
Well, 8 p.m. GMT is kickoff time there, folks. I'll be your host, See Me Skate. Of course, the trusty steed to the left of me. Hello there, Housey. We will be there. Hope you guys and girls can join us too. I tell you what a cracking race. Great rundown, great summary. That was round 6, Portugal. The winner was Tabbed F1. P2, Volty Boy. P3, our championship leader, Rip the Beans. I tell you what, Housey, this is shaping up to be an absolute belter run home. Cannot wait for the remaining Grand Prix to come. But I tell you, this is a great place to leave this one now. We will be back, folks. We will be back in roughly 10 hours' time. But for us, for now, goodbye.